everybody, and welcome back to another episode at the 2018 Parade of Homes. We are out here and there is stuff going on and we are excited. But I have a special guest here today. I have Bryan Neville from BC Neville Tech. Bryan, tell me a little bit about what your company does and what you're doing here.
We do residential and commercial low voltage, audio video, smart home control. So specifically in the model home, we have audio throughout the home, both several theaters here in the great room. We also have a theater down in the basement. We have several additional zones of audio in the kitchen, in the dining room, in the Four Seasons room, which will give the end user the ability to play music, watch movies, watch games, and control them directly from their phone. So that's some of the features that we have going on here.
So, I mean, what's really kind of unique is that we hear a lot about technology and everybody's got it, but no one really knows how it all integrates. So what we're excited about here is that Bryan's actually put together a couple different systems. Although we have kind of what everybody thinks is TVs, some speakers, but what are some of the other cool things or some things that maybe people don't think about when we think about, you know, low voltage?
Yeah, that's a cool thing about really in the last couple of years with a lot of these subsystems becoming based on the wireless network. So here we're able to integrate
grab this
smart locks into the home. So we have smart locks on the front door and the garage door, which will give, well, right now, John the ability to remotely open the doors, but ultimately the end user the ability to remotely open the doors. So should you have somebody coming to do work on the home and you're at work and not able to get in, you can very simply from your smartphone unlock the doors and lock them again. And additionally, to give them an added sense of security, we have surveillance cameras throughout the house. So we have a surveillance camera here indoors in the great room. We have one at the front door. We have one off the garage, getting a good view of the front of the home. And then we have one in the rear of the home, getting a good view of the back door. But again, if we have somebody coming in to do work on the home, you have peace of mind because you have a video image of anybody coming in or leaving right from your smartphone. So yeah, it's very nice.
That is, I mean, it's, and I don't think, you know, we hear, again, we see all these things, we hear about them, but I mean, he puts it all together. In fact, we're going to actually head downstairs and we're going to take a look at how Bryan hubs this whole thing with the speakers in the ceiling and the cameras on the walls and the TVs behind us and the smart doors and everything, smart locks. And there is a brainchild and he's actually working on it right now. So we're going to go down and just take a look at what all this stuff comes together and where does it all go. So we're going to head downstairs and we'll see you there. All right, well, we hopped downstairs here, and it's a little bit dark, so you're going to have to bear with us. But the reason I wanted to get down here with Bryan is to talk a little bit about, I mean, we kind of, it's so clean upstairs. We're actually going to come back to another episode where Bryan's going to showcase some of the actual stuff live. But for now, I kind of wanted you to get a sneak peek, and I wanted you to look a little bit up here. And part of what Bryan does so well, and the reason that we love him on our team, is that the cable management is extremely clean. And if you can see up there, I mean, this is the brains, right, Bryan? This is everything coming in from all over the house, right?
The entire house, yep.
Wow, that is crazy. And it all comes down into this cool box that he mounts to the wall. And 2 days ago, this was just a heaping wires everywhere. And I was like scared to death. I'm like, oh man, I wouldn't know what to do with all these things. So Bryan, kind of walk us through, like, once you had everything pulled in here, I mean, how does your company go through and make it all pretty? What exactly are we looking at in this black kind of structure here?
Yep, so at Rough Construction, we basically pull all of our wiring throughout the entire home down to our rack location. The rack's going to be where all the head-end equipment is that powers up all the speakers, your television, all your source equipment as well. We've got the surveillance camera, NVR, which is network video recorder. So that's actually going to record all the images from the camera. But what we really do is, we like to put a lot of time into it, is we cut everything down to length. We zip tie everything up real nice. So essentially when we come in here and need to service it, or once the end user comes in, if they want to make any ads or anything, that's the beauty about these swivel racks. We can very easily unlock it, swivel this out, and make any kind of changes. It also makes servicing the system in the future much, much easier than if it's in a cabinet, as it typically would be, or an entertainment center. The other thing that we really, really like about this is no more equipment. You don't have to find a location for your receiver, your DVD players, your Apple TV. You don't have to have that within the cabinetry of your home. It's all located down in the basement at a central hub. Again, that also helps for upgrading in the future. Should somebody want to upgrade the system, or if they have a bad piece of equipment and it needs to be replaced, it makes all that very, very easy.
Let's also say, kind of looks pretty cool. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, this is the hub in the heart of the home. This is the intelligence, and I can't wait to showcase more of it in the next episode. One of the things that I think is important is that Bryan doesn't make this so exclusive to himself. There's actually, we were thinking of the future, and there's actually antenna kind of tucked away in case someone were to actually change the system over in the future. He's actually kind of keeping in mind technology changes and everything else. So it wasn't, we had a unique opportunity when we were building the house to pretty much do lots of different things. We chose some adaptive cabling, so in the future, if they want to change something, you don't have to rerun it, and it doesn't all have to be Wi-Fi, because one of the things that Bryan has really worked with us on the last couple years is how do we reduce the amount of Wi-Fi in our homes? I mean, everything is Wi-Fi or cellular, and so Bryan's really done some investigation to help limit it. And so a lot of the cabling, the reason you see a lot of it, because I'm sure people go, well, why cable? Why not just put Wi-Fi everywhere and just connect it? And so Bryan's really done the research and to help us eliminate that, so we're not bombarding ourselves with as much Wi-Fi as we would need to. So do you have any comments about that?
Yeah, I mean, a great point. The other reason for that is we're then getting steady signal coming right off the router. We're not getting fluctuation based on the Wi-Fi. So all of our receivers, which we're going to be doing the majority of our music streaming through, those are going to be directly connected. All of our televisions, which you're going to be doing your video streaming through, all those are directly connected. So you're going to get signal that you have coming off of your router from Spectrum, AT&T, whoever you have as your service provider. The other really nice thing about this box, it's got a locking door on it as well. So you can lock it. Keep kids out of it.
Keep the kids out, yeah.
Anybody you want. We have a client with a monkey, and
that's great.
The monkey goes after the equipment. They love the lights, so that's the first thing that they go for. You put a front door on it with a lock. Monkey can't get it out of it.
That's hilarious. Really, a monkey. Who would have thought? So this is exciting, and we're excited to showcase it. So on the next episode with Bryan out here, we'll actually talk about all the things, and we'll see him live. So we'll see you next time. Thanks, Bryan. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you.